Dr. Kim left for China alone. She couldn't afford to hire a guide or bribe the border guards, so she had to rely solely on her own wits and instinct. By March 1999, enough people were making the trip that you could pick up tips in border towns about the best spots to cross. The early spring landscape was just beginning to thaw out from an exceptionally bitter winter, and the two men was still frozen in spots. Dr. Kim went to a spot that she'd heard you could walk across. Every few feet she would throw a heavy stone to test the thickness of the ice. At least on the Korean side, it was solid. She slid one foot forward, then the next, delicate as a ballerina. She made it about halfway before her stone disappeared into a patch of slush. She followed anyway, and the freezing water came up to her waist. She cleared a path with her hands as if breaking through icebergs. Dr. Kim staggered up the riverbank. Her legs were numb, encased in frozen trousers. She made her way through the woods until the first light of dawn illuminated the outskirts of a small village. She didn't want to sit down and rest. She feared succumbing to hypothermia, but she knew she didn't have the strength to go much farther. She would have to take a chance on the kindness of the local residents. Dr. Kim looked down a dirt road that led to farmhouses. Most of them had walls around them with metal gates. She tried one. It turned out to be unlocked. She pushed it open and peered inside. On the ground, she saw a small metal bowl with food. She looked closer. It was rice, white rice mixed with scraps of meat. Dr. Kim couldn't remember the last time she'd seen a bowl of pure white rice. What was a bowl of rice doing there, just sitting out on the ground? She figured it out just before she heard the dogs bark. Up until that moment, a part of her had hoped that China would be just as poor as North Korea. She still wanted to believe that her country was the best place in the world. The beliefs she had cherished for a lifetime would be vindicated, but now she couldn't deny what was staring her plainly in the face. Dogs in China ate better than doctors in North Korea.